This thing actually has collapsed. Alright, so I've encountered my first obstacle. Last time I was here, definitely didn't have any water like this here. Oh, I'm gonna have to find a way around. Gotta go over that way somewhere. Okay, I managed to get over a little creek there. I walked downstream a bit and it got narrower. I jump over. The trail here, you can still see the trail, although nobody's been really keeping it clean, so I don't know how many people have been up here. Okay, so I guess I'm in about almost a kilometer now. I'm going uphill now. The trail's been not too bad to follow. Some places where you gotta realize and know that that actually is a trail, but not too hard to get lost here. You kind of got to go between two lakes to get to this thing, so you're going to walk into water on either side or go straight. Got a few trees down on the trail, but I'll continue on. Alright, so I lost the trail. I'm, according to GPS, only about 90 meters from this thing, but still can't see anything, as usual. Oh, I think I see steel through the bush. Sure where the trail went to, but kind of got really hard to follow there. Now I see steel, so it's still standing. Next question is the cupola still on it? Sort of. Something up there. Gonna be almost right on this thing to see it. All right, we're here. There's half a cabin up there. It's a lot more grown in than when I was here before, that's for sure. Okay, so this is really interesting. I remember last time I was here, the leg was all bowed out. How bowed out the tower legs are. Everything's loose and pretty scary. I don't think you want to be climbing that. Well, you can see that this thing actually has collapsed. You can see the leg going down over there and back to the footing there. So it's collapsed about 10 feet, but it's kneeled down. It's just the whole tower's done that. So it's still standing pretty vertical, but the cabin, the cupola, is collapsed on one side. The roof must have caved in when she kneeled down. That's pretty crazy. If you were here when this happened, crunch. There's a tower kneeling down in the bush make a sound if no one's around to hear it? Damn right it does. So I guess the reason it didn't fall over is because it's still got the guidelines on there. So they wouldn't let it fall over. And it just collapsed straight down, about 10 feet. There's one of the cross bracing wires. Let's see over here how she's really bent up. The old footings right down here. Buried in the ground. So check this out over here. Somebody's put their initials here. It looks like an FB, and then Port Arthur, Ontario. And Port Arthur, Ontario is now Thunder Bay. So that's pretty cool. You wouldn't have been able to see that before because that was 10 or 15 feet up before. Pretty neat. Well, the tower is not only kneeled down, but it's moved over 5 feet. The foundations here are so small that I don't think they could write anything on it anyways. Doesn't look like it. Oh, the other one is underneath a big tree over there. I'll see if I can get around it. Well, this footing's got a big tree on it, but like the other ones, there's no room on the top to write anything on, so I don't think there's anything written on any of these footings. And we got a board from the Cupola. That one's all boards, no plywood. Same as the Beaver House one. The last time I was here I was able to shake this thing pretty good, but she sat down now, she's pretty solid. This is the old ladder, still in the same place as before. And now the other end of the ladder is now 10 feet closer to the ground. Quite the mess up there. Whole thing's gonna fall off soon. I did a quick assessment of the tower and it's really solid. The guide wires are holding it up pretty good. And it's knelt down, it's nice and stable. This is what it looks like in the Cupola. You can see the elevated table still there. Brackets. The roof is collapsed down. Walls falling out over there. Window frames are still in it. That's about it. It's all wood floor. Looking down, sitting pretty stable, sitting pretty level. It's amazing. Looking around. I found the corner of the cabin that fell off. That's what's on the exterior. Got a few boards scattered throughout the bush here. Over here I got a spool of old wire. So this is one of the guide cables here. Pretty thick, about 1/2 inch. Turnbuckle goes into the ground and probably tied around an anchor buried deep in the ground. That's about the best view I can get from the south side of it. Probably the last time I'll come out here and visit it. It's destined to go to the ground eventually, and if it doesn't go to the ground with natural forces, the Ministry of Natural Resources will take it down. Pretty stupid for climbing the tower. Yeah, it may be, but I made my own risk assessment. I take my own responsibility. I don't recommend that anybody else do that. It's just plain dangerous, of course. But that's the way I live. I don't know how good you can see that, but that's one big honking beaver lodge. It's not in a real big lake, but that's a big house. And back across the little creek here, heading back out towards the bike.